Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is me from EnvoyXtreme, and this time I'm going to show you a little tutorial on how to work the AI in Farm Simulator 22. If this you're looking for, then please stay tuned. And this is going to be a short little tutorial on how AI workers work in Farm Simulator 22, because there are differences compared to FS19, and we're going to demonstrate this with the case 145 and this little cultivator over here. So first of all, when you get to the field, you still can do the usual, press circle if you're on the PlayStation to get AI workers to work a field. However, there are some new changes. So if we go to here, and if we go to the case, there we go, and if you go down here, there is a section here that says active workers, and you can use this to create a job. So we're going to press X to create a job, and there's all options depending on what equipment you use. You can either say go to or field work. Go to is you set a particular destination, and field work is if you want to do a field. So for this quick first one, we're going to select go to, and then we're going to go to target position, and we're going to press X, and you've got this little marker here, and I want this worker to go to here. So to do that, I have to do is press R3 to select. Then we can have different directions where we want it to position itself. I want it to position down this lane, and hopefully that should work. Press R3 again, that sets it in place. Then we'll press square, start job, and it says worker H is stopped because it's unexpected because of the fields. So yeah, there are some niggling little things with AI workers, so you've got to be real clear and precise where you want it to go. So we'll try that again. Set destination this time, we'll do it first of all, and let's just set it to over here, so like so. And now that will pre-program itself. It'll take a few moments, so the game will freeze, but it shouldn't take too long. And I'm in here because I'm going to show you, and yeah, I'm not doing any controls. This is purely the AI doing it, and the little niggles here and there. It actually performed quite well. Obviously, if you use this, I can see our money's going down quite a little bit here. That's because AI costs in Farm Simulator 22 are a lot more than FS19. On FS19, charges of an AI worker is about 1,000 per in-game hour, and this is clearly a lot more than that in FS22. So yeah, sort of AI is sort of getting reading the road, the layout, and that it sort of position itself. I can see the wheels do judge her quite a bit when AI sort of tries to figure out what steering inputs to do. So yeah, that is one way of doing it. Next, we're going to select it to go to a field. As you can see, AI actually do position itself quite well. They do try to position in the road, so let's say if there's a car coming down the other side of the road, then obviously there would be no collisions. Of course, yes, it will hit certain solid objects or street furniture, as I like to call it, but yeah, overall, not too shabby. So we're going to stop the AI worker. So where are we to? So we're over here. Actually, what, we can buy this field over here and do a little quick demonstration. So yeah, let's buy this field for the moment, and let's say if this is the harvested field and we want it to cultivate. How do you do that? Similar to what we did before. Go to the AI menu section, create job. This time you want to go to field work, and you want here, there we go, start job, and now the AI will program itself. It knows where you want to start, so it will position itself in the field, and you can do this on the edge of the field and it will do it quite well. Of course, it will struggle a little bit if you got fields like this, but if you set the position correctly or where you want it to start with that little arrow section, it should manage fine. So As you can see, it knows where we want to start, and now it's going to cultivate the field, and they'll go up and down until it's either done or gets stopped by whatever reason. But my guide would be, let's say if, for example, field's 35 here, I personally would do the headland, so make sure it doesn't have any collisions with the trees, or in this case, the river to our right, because that is quite close and there is a potential risk of AI driving itself into the water. And I've heard things of people using this very mechanic and AI has driven into the water. I myself can't clarify on that. But now, let's say if you got a harvester and you want to empty the crop and take it somewhere, what do you do there? Well, we can quickly look at that, shall we, folks? You've got your first load, and I just did a quick demonstration of just get some wheat in here. And I know you want to sell it or send it to a production plant. What do you do? Very simple. What you do, sorry, is so go into here. You select your case. Actually helps you go to the worker section. Then what you do is you create job, and this side you got some more options. So you got delivery or load and delivery. And delivery is loading station and unloading station. That is, let's say you got some crop in your silo. I don't know, let's say you got 1,000,000 litres of wheat that you want to send to the grain mill. What you would do is you would select the loading station at where on your silo is. So in this case it's the Farmer 400 OB1000, and you want to unload it. Very simple. You select, in this case, the grain mill. Then you can have close looping or no looping. No looping basically means it goes from point A to point B. That's it. Looping, it goes from A to B, back to A, then to B, and so on and so forth until the job is done. And obviously, so you got crop, you set which crop type you want, and so on and so forth. Make sure it's compatible, so make sure you got crop in the actual silo, or otherwise it will not work. So yeah, that is that. But we're going to quickly show you this one. So delivery vehicle, what the Magnum, that's what you want, and we can either send it to the silo, or in this case I want it to go to the grain mill. Do I want it to loop? No, I do not. So hopefully this should work. Sometimes AI can be a bit funny, especially if you're off-road, because AI do prefer to be on the road. So I can see it's on its way to the grain mill, and the grain mill is literally just up by field 30, so it doesn't have to go all that far. So yeah, I'm going to go to the grain mill, and I'll meet you folks when we are there. At the grain mill, I'm still not taking control, my hands are completely off, and let's see what the worker does. So it goes to the grain mill, and it's sort of slowly figuring out where it wants to position itself. So it's going to creep forwards, until it hits the trigger box here. And again, I'm still not taking control. And see, it puts it into the grain mill for you. So that is 12 grand for that. So yeah, that's pretty much a little quick introduction on to AI workers. Overall, it is quite simple once you get to know it. And also, one thing to note, and this is a bit of a caveat, is when you're planning your route, make sure it's clear, or the AI will either not go at all. It will say, oh, it's unreachable, or when it gets to it, it'll just stop. Sometimes it'll work its way around objects in the roads. Let's say if you've got lots of stuff around the farm, example, and you want it to go to a sell point, it will navigate itself around all the stuff in the farmyard. But my general advice would be just get roughly set up, let's say, put onto the road ready, and then you have no issues whatsoever. And speaking of which, AI workers see stop, that's something I'm doing for a different video. So yeah, that is it for me today. I hope you find this helpful and informative in some way, shape or form. If so, smash that button. Feel free to copy my guest. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, then please consider. But, without you to do, hope everyone has a nice day. But for now, this is me, Farmer EnvoyXtreme, and I'll see you all very soon.